Oh, what is going on, everybody?
No!
It is Pixel Partners here, and we are back with the Great Ace Attorney. When we left off, Sherlock showed back up, sitting in a pile of books, reading them because he got bored apparently, and now he's come out here.
He got bored. He got distracted.
Yes, and now he's come out here.
He pulled a me. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I go into a room to do something, I see something, and I get distracted for a long time.
But then we came out here, he popped up again, the great deduction started. Now he's called, was it John? Was that his name?
Who?
The other guy, or is he just Mr. Garadeb?
John,
yeah, it's John. And we called his wife a fat monster. And we're going to continue with that whole thing going on here.
That's right.
So, yeesh.
I mean, like, not verbatim, but...
No, but for lack of better words.
Naruto did too.
Yes, they both did. They both did.
What?
Please pardon my rudeness, but just one look at you tells me all I need to know.
You mean at me, a lowly maid?
Or are you? Why, even your pocket alone reveals the whereabouts of our disappearing beast.
Does it? What nerve you have putting a frail lady on the spot and calling her a beast?
Well, I'd say the jury's still out on how frail she is.
Indeed, his wife does seem to be missing from this room.
Then the clue that reveals her location must be hidden somewhere on the maid's person. Where could Mr. Garadeb's wife be?
Really, you guys?
Mr. Garadeb's wife is the maid. It's obviously in the teapot. Or it could just be her, because, you know, there's not much else going on.
Wait, does she have a ring on? Yep.
Oh, and that's a left hand wedding ring. Examine that shit. It's a little sun. This man is wearing an enormous ring.
She's the sun and he's the moon. That's kind of cute.
Oh, yeah.
And it's decorated with a sunflower pattern.
Or sunflower. Same thing.
Sunflower? Plus, she's wearing it on her ring finger. It must be a wedding ring. I'm sure of it.
With fingers like that, I doubt she'd ever be able to take it off if she tried.
Wow!
Jesus.
You really shouldn't say things like that.
You should.
Speaking of which, do you remember that photograph we saw? Wasn't there a very similar ring with the same sunflower motif?
Oh, there was, huh? Good eye, Susato. A huge ring with a sunflower pattern, huh? There's no way this is a coincidence. Not a quinky dink at all.
We would have been looking all over the place if it weren't for me.
I was going to say, I probably would have presented her.
Yeah, no.
Why, even your wedding ring alone reveals the whereabouts of our disappearing beast.
Oh!
Precisely, that beauteous ring shining upon your finger. That's it.
It's freaking, I love everything he does.
It's a perfect match with the one on Miss Garadeb's finger in this photograph. In other words, Miss Maid, you are no mere maid.
Oh!
Indeed. You are none other than Mr. Garadeb's wife. I almost called you the beast there for a second, but...
Is she okay?
You've been found out.
Did she faint while still standing?
Well, how'll it be? I should expect no less from the great detective. You've guessed right. This is my wife, Joan. You see how she looks now, but back in the day, she was radiant. A real dazzle. From what I can see, your wife was anything but radiant. As you a retired veteran, have been reduced to renting out vacant rooms, yes? As such, like the income to hire a maid. Am I mistaken? But as former captain of the 3rd platoon, I still have my pride. Yet now I can't even hire a single maid. This is just pitiful. Here in London, whether or not your house has a maid at its disposal is effectively the borderline between the low and middle classes. If you ask me, I feel like it's pointless to worry over things like that. Then the beast, I mean your wife, is pretending to be a maid? It about sums it up. What do you have to say, Mr. Garadeb? Of course, it's only when visitors come calling. Please keep this a secret.
She goes and puts on an apron.
Not just secret, confidential.
Oh, goodness.
This is Garadeb. The beast is scared. Oh man, it's. Oh
Rampage.
boy. Okay, now about bite marks and stuff, all that. So, Mr. Garadeb, It would appear that you held some deep affection for such a fierce beast. Indeed, that seemingly nonchalant gesture betrays your true feelings. The intense pain you bear is clearly revealed by that hand on your cheek. Wow, good old Mr. Holmes is still treating Mrs. Garrett up like a beast. Mrs. Garrett up like a beast.
Speaking as a lady myself, it makes me feel almost as bad as she does.
Anyway, Mr. Garrett's wife is standing right in front of us. That means that he didn't lose any kind of beloved beast.
Oh, you're right. If we take that into consideration, then perhaps there may be some other meaning behind the way he's covering his cheek.
In Mr. Holmes' own words, Mr. Garrett felt some kind of pain. What do you think about Mr. Garrett's expression really means? Well, I mean, it's kind of hidden, but there was a massive handprint on his. It's just
slap mark.
Slap mark. I'll just present that. Boom. The intense pain you bear is clearly revealed by that slap mark.
Oh my god, right on the eye.
Yo, she got him real good. The aftermath of a slap from that considerably strong arm remains engraved on your cheek. Madam Joan Gardeb, I can only assume that this was your doing.
Oh dear.
And you, John Gardeb, you were hiding your pain from us. How did you come to know so much? I'm a master of deduction. Not a thing on this earth can evade my sight. That's why you never looked directly at us.
Ah.
You're trying to keep your cheek hidden. Now let's move on. We have more to discuss. For example, why in the world did a palm come to strike your face? To ask more directly, why would Madame Gardeb slap her own husband? Yet again, the truth is brought to light by your line of sight. Of course, the cause of all your suffering is this bundle of bills.
I remember. Those bills were for a lion's share of food.
But now we know that there never was a lion. Then I wonder who wolfed down all the lion feed. If I had to guess, it must have been Mr. Gardeb's wife.
Hey, don't call it feed as if she's some kind of animal.
Oh, I'll call it what you want. In the end, we know that Mr. Gardeb had to take a slap in the face from his wife. And worse, she hit him so hard that we can still clearly see the print.
I wonder why she ended up slapping this gentleman, though.
Yeah, I'd really like to find out why too. Is there like some kind of love letter from a missus?
What's the bookmark?
All right, there's a pile of books. I'm gonna see if I can rotate a little more. Okay, that's still just
the bookmark is something.
Well, there's a broken plate. I see that. I'm gonna examine. Oh, there's lip.
Oh, this has a bookmark set in it. It appears Mr. Garrett enjoys reading.
Huh? Hang on a second. This doesn't look like a bookmark.
Oh, you're right. It looks like a woman's writing is scrawled here in ink. Oh, James, how I long for you. Love, Mary.
And look next to the signature. It looks to be...
Ah, it's a kiss mark. It's been kissed by a woman with lipstick. My goodness, how passionate. I find it ever so romantic.
And suddenly Sue says enraptured by a random kiss mark.
I do beg your pardon.
Anyway, this bookmark looks to be a love letter after all.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we have the answer. I don't need to worry about the smash plate. I think that's gonna be the answer to this. Of course, the cause of all your suffering is this love letter. Oh, James, how I long for you. This seems to be quite the passionate letter. Perhaps the sender, Miss Mary, is the one who slapped you?
Oh,
God! But I swear I know some such woman. You don't know her? That love letter isn't even addressed to me. I made for the thing was already shoved in the book before I ever laid eyes on it. It was already in the book. Most definitely without it.
So that's why she keeps doing that. Sure it was.
For heaven's sake, Joan, I already explained this to you. I bought this book from the used bookshop. That thing was in there before I even saw it. So basically, the book's previous owner used the letter instead of a bookmark. Yes, that's what I've been trying to say.
Sure they did.
Oh, okay, First of all, look at the damn name. It clearly says James. My name is John. You know that. Ah!
Sure it is.
What you think my own name is to be doubted too? As we can all see, a woman's paranoia can make her snap like a beast. And it can make her slap like one too. Oh. But then, in a final act of reckless violence, the beast attacked once more.
Attacked?
And the traces of its great rampage are clear. See the carpet below us torn to shreds. Looks to be a high-quality carpet woven from wool. Why did some of this hope have to befall such a lovely carpet?
Ack!
Well, madam, it seems like it's your turn to tell me something now. And the answer to my question is in your eyes. What is it left the carpet in this sorry state? The evidence lies in the cake stand.
Nope. It can't be. Did his wife eat the carpet?
Of course not. That's just silly. However, I'm pretty sure the disaster that befell this room is a result of his wife's rampage.
So it would seem. Naruhodo, we're finally closing in on the end this time. The answer must lie at the end of Mrs. Garredeb's line of sight.
Got it. Let's get cracking on that examination.
Okay.
We already know it's the candelabra. Yeet.
Boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Hell yeah. What was it that left the carpet in this sorry state? The evidence lies in the candelabra. Exactly. I dare say that you have found the exit of this labyrinth of pure logic.
So poetic.
There are what appears to be bite marks from a ferocious beast here. Indeed, those would in fact be burn marks on the edge of the carpet. Burn marks? Yes, I see that there was quite a lover's quarrel in this little room.
Ooh.
When Mrs. Garredeb slapped her husband in the face with that stout arm of hers, the impact caused one of the candles to fall off of the table. Then the fire from the candle spread to the carpet, and it burst into flames. Truly, of all the beasts in this world, fire is the most dangerous.
That's not wrong.
And that very beast went on a rampage inside this room. Thus, we are left with but one conclusion.
Hey.
This room was at the scene of the house fire, sparked by a heated lover's quarrel. Quarrel. Yeah, that.
Quarrel.
Did you realize what I was gonna say?
Dude.
Uh-oh, he's out. Oh.
Jesus,
My.
she's strong.
Strong arms for such strong jowls. Well, we got that one fixed. Deduction complete.
Elementary.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I love it.
It's wonderful. Welcome back. I was enjoying passing the long winter nights by reading books next to the fire. I purchased a little novel from a used bookshop nearby, but between those pre-owned pages, there laid quite the scandalous item.
And thanks to that, Mr. Garredeb's wife began to interrogate him.
It was more than just an interrogation. She went outright berserk. Really, you went too far off the mark when you called her a beast. Yeah! She is still doing that. Then is it true that those marks on the carpet are caused by a candle? Indeed, the whole fiasco happened in the blink of an eye. The moment the flames flared up, the whole room was engulfed in thick smoke.
Jesus.
I faced some sort of both the flames and my wife. It sounds like you've been through hell, but I bet it would have been fun to watch. Seriously? Unfortunately, it wasn't long before the fire spread to the furniture. Right now the child remains are hidden behind that screen.
But I bet it would have been fun to watch.
You mean this over here? Oh, that was Susanoo.
Yeah,
Whoops.
that was me. What even did it say?
She said, you mean this here?
Oh, well.
I think it's time we bring it out of hiding. Now, if you don't mind. All my favorite books were lined up on that bookshelf, but now another been swallowed by the flames, burnt to a crisp, just like that.
Oh, man.
Whoa. And I'm sort of injuring my very own wife through those books and being in a fury.
Oof. Sounds like a truly terrifying scene.
She drove me back to the window, assaulting me with burning books.
Oh, God.
Ended up losing the adventure of the lion's mane. I was just getting to the good part. The adventure of the lion's mane. You really do seem to have an affinity for lions, don't you? Not really, it's not the reason I picked it up, but at any rate. In the end, he lost something important to him at the hands of a vicious beast.
Oh my god. Another spot-on deduction. It's no surprise coming from Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I did that, but this truly must be one of the most cryptic mysteries in all of Britain. Amidst the raging flames, my wife carried on with a rampage. It was absolutely mayhem. By the way, do you remember about what time all this happened? It was in the evening, right around 5 o'clock 2 days ago.
At the same exact time, a terrible crime was occurring just outside your home.
Ha! So the crime taking place here was just a bit more terrible. Even if all the great British Empire was collapsing all around my home, I dare say I wouldn't even have noticed.
Oh, I see.
Well then. Mr. Holmes? Ah, yes. What is it, Master Naruto? Now let me know everything about the Gyaradev couple. How exactly is this supposed to help us with Soseki's case? You're asking me? How should I know? What? Don't you remember what I said before? I said that this friendly retired soldier was hiding something. But I said that I couldn't guarantee that he would be related to your case.
Oh.
I should have known. There, no need to look so glum, Master Naruto. You see, there are two types of things in the world.
Oh, I love his theme
Things
song.
that are and things that are not related to the case at hand. Nothing else exists. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Only Sherlock knows.
Anyway, you're running out of time. It's about time you make up your mind. Huh? Visiting hours at the jail are about to end. It's been a while since I've seen that word. I didn't realize it was this late.
If you intend to take up Soseki's defense, you need to obtain a written appeal from him and complete the proper procedures.
I'm almost out of time.
On that note, we must ask you to take your leave. It is now our dinner time.
Yes, ma'am. Please excuse us.
Thank you so very much for allowing us to speak with you.
Soseki is waiting for us at the jail. I have to give him my answer. Well, time to move then.
Did he leave too?
Let me look around.
Or is he back at the... No, he's gone.
He's gone.
No!
I mean, maybe he's reading again. I can go take a pop in. Soseki's flat. Are you reading a book in here, Sherlock? You're reading Moby Dick? What you doing? What you doing?
He was reading Shakespeare. Nope, he's
Well,
gone.
now he's gone. All right.
God damn
Holmes
it.
is flat? Is he back home? That's not Holmes' flat.
We've no time to waste. Let's make for the jail.
Yeah, I really ought to. Let's see if we can hail a... huh?
What's the matter, Naruhodo?
It looks like there's some sort of argument going on in front of Soseki's flat.
Hmm? Oh my god!
Huh.
Whoomst?
Whomst the fuck?
I
know thee not, old man, full to thy prayers.
Oh my god.
Who are you calling on, dear one, to talk, you weird gaudy weird gaudy git?
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than I dreamt of in your philosophy.
Who are these people?
Oh, will you knock it off, ain't no Horatio? Quit it with the theatrics.
I beg your pardon.
Who are you?
We just happened to notice some sort of dispute going on over here. This man here is Ryunosuke Naruhodo, attorney at law.
Oh, did you say attorney?
If you'd like, I can hear out your case. I may be a foreigner, but I am still a lawyer.
Forget it. I ought to be heading back for the day, but don't think necessary for you.
Get thee to a nunnery.
I will.
The fuck?
Well.
What is he, rules card? He's got rules card vibes from
For
Deltarune.
real.
Sir, are you hurt at all?
I am fine. I must express my dearest gratitude to the beautiful maiden of the Far East. What exactly was just going on? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either.
Pardon me, but are you another tenant of Mr. Garrideb's?
Yes, indubitably, oh gracious damsel of the Orient. That reminds me, there were 2 tenants in the Garrideb's home, weren't there? Just mean that this guy's the other tenant. Ooh, 2 worlds.
What is with that getup?
Excuse me, might you know the other tenant who lives on the first floor of this house? His name was Natsume, a formidable Japanese polemicist with whom I engaged in a heated debate. Debate? Macbeth or Hamlet, who is stronger? I must say his argument caught me off guard.
I don't entirely understand their relationship, but they do seem to be acquainted.
In any case, I've no more energy to detain you here for any longer. I bid you farewell.
I understand even less than I did before, but he seems to have run back to his room.
I don't get the impression that he knew anything about Soseki's case. Between Soseki and this guy, this flat has some serious issues. As I was saying before, I'll go hail a coach.
Okay, I'm sure Soseki is waiting with his head held high in anticipation of our return.
We've got to get to the jail before visiting hours are over. I bet they're the 2 witnesses of the case.
Watch it.
Bet they're the
Just
2
watch
witnesses.
it. Do you remember his voice?
Fuck.
Do you need to? Because you're gonna have to know his voice a lot. That was not it.
I can't remember. I cannot remember a lick of any of it.
We need to go back then.
Yeah, hang on a second.
Continuity.
All right, I got it.
Yep.
Here we go. Why it's... Substitute law student Naruto! You've come back for me! I, Soseki, am overcome with emotion!
Yep. We sincerely apologize for being so late with our return.
No, please, all is well. I beg you, worry not, relax. Once again, I may know the joy of fellowship with my countrymen in a strange land. Praise the motherland!
Oh my god, this...
All right. I forgot about this. I don't think I ever got a chance to tell you. But people mentioned something that is perfect about this man.
What?
Gives Mr. Crocker vibes. Very godparents!
Oh my god, you're right!
Very godparents!
Praise the motherland!
Anyways, no need to get so worked up, Soseki. Someone news walked in.
Someone said indeed, and we'll figure
Indeed.
it don't. Oh god, they're talking a lot.
Oh, on the other hand, there is true meaning to be found in friendships that cross geographic boundaries as well.
Sherlock, but he's listened to me. He followed us.
At least that's what I believe. It's you!
Yes, it's him.
Damnable, cussed spy! They Sherlock Holmes! No. I like how he did that while he introduced him. Mr. Holmes, what are you doing here?
Don't question it, just accept his presence.
That's what I'm doing here that you're asking. Really, I'm just stopping by for a spell.
Well, what do you mean, Mr. Holmes?
While I was in that gloomy little room, I read a certain book that caught my eye. And while I was at it, I uncovered that shady couple's secret. And so on my way home, I found myself wondering how you were faring. The gloomy room?
Yes.
Even this cell with its one tiny window is preferable to that hovel.
Oh.
However, I must admit that your taste in books is impeccable. Thanks to you, I had a fun day. Why you, the Sherlock Holmes?
He keeps calling him the Sherlock.
No, what's the use? I'm just a bloody fool. The very act of so personally come to the great British Empire was a mistake to begin with. I've been possessed by the ghost of that cursed flat. Tomorrow's trial too will be cursed. Oh, what was my cursed existence?
Susanoo just looks at him. What's on your mind, Naruhodo?
I was just thinking, Soseki. I think you said the same thing before. You said your flat was cursed, right? Perhaps Mr. Mustache's words ring truer than we once thought.
Mr. Mustache.
Huh? It may indeed be appropriate to say that they are all cursed, including tomorrow's trial. And the flat. What is he on about? Well then, time to talk to you.
He
trial.
straight up followed us. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Earlier you said that tomorrow's trial would be cursed.
The whole game needs to be that. Him just popping in.
Christ. What exactly do you mean by that?
What? Why did you take that so seriously? I really didn't mean anything by it. I was caught up in the moment.
Oh, okay. You don't have to scare me like that.
Don't tell me. Is there a real curse?
Jesus.
Ah. That's because that prosecutor, right? The one known as the Grim Reaper?
Oh, yeah.
Remember, what do they call that? But Blake did make a suggestion for the haiku form. It has to be 17 syllables.
Sinner or hero, no accused can escape death in the Reaper's court.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's perfect. 3 lines and only 17 syllables.
Yesterday, Naruhodo managed to win a not guilty verdict against him. However, after the trial ended,
We probably shouldn't mention this part. You know,
the defendant lost his life.
Mr. McGundle.
What?
He's like, yeah, you're screwed.
Quite shy for you to pick up on that.
Lord Chief Justice Vortex told us.
Mr. Holmes, this is just a guess, but does Beric Van Zeeks personally kill people that he can prove guilty?
That would be dreadful.
You are one funny guy. Huh? Of course. But really, that man is no murderer. He's just a prosecutor.
I see.
Of course. It would be improper for him to kill. Right?
Although, the truth of the matter might be even more terrible than that. What could possibly be worse? The truth about the Reaper.
Ooh.
Beric Van Zeeks is a very capable prosecutor, but when it comes to London's courts, no matter how capable he might be, victory can never be assured.
Oh, is that true?
So he sure looks happy.
That's happy.
Remember, the judicial system in Britain involves both a judge and a jury. The judge delivers his verdict based on the law, while the jurors represent public opinion. The defendant is put on trial under those two perspectives. It's a great idea on paper, but, public opinion can be easily swayed. Easily swayed? That's where villains and less scrupulous attorneys are liable to strike. Bribery, forgery of evidence and testimony. They'll do whatever it takes to win. And if they can successfully make an impression on the jurors, no matter what decisive evidence the prosecution can come up with, they've already lost.
But what of the truth? Won't they jump to an incorrect verdict?
Unfortunately, that's the reality of the situation. I can't believe it. However, those that are prosecuted by Van Zeeks cannot escape their fate.
What?
Even if they're declared not guilty, their joy won't last long. They end up mysteriously disappearing within a few months every single time.
Disappear? How?
Well, it's different every time. The one man was trampled by a carriage, another one drowned in the Thames. Then another man caught a mysterious fever, and yet another was murdered by highwaymen.
My goodness.
It's like, you're talking about a curse. Well,
This is the reality of London, Master Naruhodo. Oh, shit.
Does that mean we don't get paid? No.
Truly. Is there no hope? Fingerprints!
Oh my god.
And then the cursed flat. By cursed flat, you must be referring to Mr. Garrett's home, right? Can you explain what's so cursed about it?
It's been about a year since I came to live here. It only took me a single week to start losing my mind.
That didn't take very long, huh?
Whenever I look, foreigners, no matter how I hide, they'll look down at me and laugh. As loneliness and paranoia overtook me, I grew too scared to even leave my home. It felt as if someone was always watching me. Every waking hour, watching and laughing. Even when I cooped myself up in my room, that fear still would not leave me.
Sherlock, did you do this? It must have been very lonely to be so far away from Japan.
Again and again, I'd move from place to place. It was last week that I moved to my current flat.
Why'd you choose that room, though? It didn't seem like a very convenient place to live.
It's all because the rent was cheap. It was in slack jaw at all when I saw the price. I found myself asking the owner why he set the price so low. And they responded with a terrifying grin. You see, that room is cursed. Oh, excuse me. That was just a slip of the tongue. At that point, he clammed up. The nerve of that man. If you're going to say something, at least finish your sentences. Otherwise, shut up.
Good rule to live by, I guess.
And it turned out what he said was true.
So you mean it really was cursed?
Ever since I moved into that windowless room, every day I've had nightmares of being strangled, waking up just as I'm on the verge of death.
Jesus.
And now they label me a criminal and arrest me. When I'm granted a trial, a fighting chance of freedom, no attorney will stand by me. I'm forsaken!
God.
Oh, if only I had a single ally in the world. If only one person would truly believe in me.
Believe? You just gotta believe! And why should we believe? We'll think about that one next time.
And I'm so glad Sherlock is still here.
He's just standing here by like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what, he's going to die anyways eventually. He will mysteriously disappear, burn up in flames.
He's just genuinely curious. He really is.
Yeah, he is one curious individual.
He's great.
Yes.